And welcome to our weekly Patchnotes discussion, Icarus. I'm here with Carl, so I'm gonna hop back over to Discord. Hey man, how you doing?
Doing well. Ready for some gameplay on Patchnotes, so let's see how it goes.
Good to hear. So
Yourself?
we're not bad, not bad. It's weekend.
hmm
Patchnotes, new stuff. Gameplay, Icarus. Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely ready for some Icarus myself, but obviously we're first going to check out what they have in store and number a week 180.
Exactly. This week 180 update is all about the armor stand. We have a new wooden armor stand with outfit quick swap. So swap out your entire armor in one go. It's not gonna do your inventory or your hotbar, it's just the armor, but still. And you can now display your armor. The new wooden armor stand can host an entire armor set, which you can quickly swap with what you have equipped. I'm not sure from the looks of it that there's no shields on the backs of those armors, so I don't know whether or not it's you're gonna be able to also put your shield in. But at least your entire armor set
Yeah,
is gonna make it a little bit easier to swap out an entire armor. Quick swap, like oh we have to go to the Arctic now. Let's quickly swap to the fur armor. Or we go to the volcanic now. Let's quickly swap for the obsidian armor. That stuff.
exactly.
So this week we are introducing the new armor stand. A quick way for players to swap armor sets or use it as a display. We'll also quickly look at what's coming next week. Gas fireplaces. Couple of notable improvements. Map icons for the delivery, supply and retrieval ships have been improved and are now much easier to see on the map. Never had much issue with those, but that's me. But they made them better visible. Turrets can now pitch down an extra 15 degrees to better target smaller enemies at close distance.
Useful.
Yep, I've noticed this when I was using turrets indeed. You put them a bit higher up so they don't get directly attached by animals, but that means there is this area in front of the turrets where the turrets can't reach, so
Yeah,
place multiple on the walls so they can like overlap and
you can
cover
reach
those
out, yeah.
areas, but still. They can
True.
now pitch down an extra 15 degrees. Fix an issue with the rustic lamps, preventing it from being turned on and off correctly. Never made those, I think. Or definitely never used them.
Yeah,
And added tabs to the top of the Prospector field guide. No
that
idea
will
what
make it
kind of
easier.
tabs it is, but I think indeed it's gonna make it
Grouping.
easier. Yeah,
It's very like building pieces or something, or like mission based, or crafting based, or resource based, or animal based, etc., etc.
yeah.
Might actually just group it by different tiering so that you can visually, rather than type everything out searching manually, that you could actually use it a little bit more sensibly. We'll see.
We'll see indeed. So this week, the armor stand. This week we have added a new deployable item to the game, the wooden armor stand. Can be crafted at carpentry bench, not a crafting bench, the carpentry bench, and is unlocked in the tier 2 tech tree. To make it you will need copper nails, refined wood and vegetable oil, making it an early game item that's both useful and decorative. Now, of course, people are gonna complain like vegetable oil, you need seeds for this. And
The big
after a recent siege change, well, it isn't bad. Don't forget you can also make vegetable oil from things like soybeans and
yeah,
avocados.
yeah,
Now, the wooden armor stand has two main functions. First, it lets players display unused armor pieces, helping keep gear organized while also adding a bit of character to your base. But it also includes a quick swap system that allows you to instantly switch your current equipped armor with the set on the stand. This makes it easy to change loadouts depending on the situation, whether you're preparing for combat or heading out to explore. Definitely keep your gear organized. You
Yeah,
don't have to shove it all in cupboards anymore, and then you're like, wait, where did I put my armor? And
true,
also adding a bit of character to your base. Oh yeah,
true. But
I'm
also
gonna make
just
a
like,
bunch of
oh,
those.
quick exchange to the base armor set, so that when you're just in base being crafting stuff, that you can just have, you know, movement speed or something like that, just around the base, and then okay, it's time to go, like you said, to the Arctic, or time to go to a volcanic biome, that you can switch to relevant armor sets. So it'll be quite useful. Only thing is that whether or not I'll be able to, you know, put on, for example, you know, the armor set that is for your space. Let's say, for example, you have a mining armor set,
Hmm.
right? And your stand is over there. If I went to your stand, if I would be able to
Oh, you will
equip,
be,
switch
I
equip it,
reckon.
so
I reckon you
I would
will be. I
imagine so
mean,
as
you
well.
can already grab it from my cupboard and put it on.
True. Exactly, yeah.
Now, the stand also supports up to 10 different poses, which can be selected through the UI. This allows you to adjust its appearance to better fit your space or style. As you can see in the picture below, a couple of poses are there already. The picture above the picture below. Now, the wooden armor stand is a simple but effective tool for managing gear and keeping your base tidy and have it look nice.
True.
Next week, biofuel fireplace. So
Mm.
at the top of the patch notes it stated gas fireplaces, here it states biofuel fireplace. I'd say biofuel is the correct one, because we have biofuel as a resource already. We don't have gas as a resource. So
True, but it's like maybe just applying the fact that it's a, you know, you get gas fireplaces IRL, so it's like, yeah, it's ones that are pre-built and enclosed,
yeah,
but that actually looks like there's wood inside there, but
and
yeah,
you
we'll
have
see.
like oil heaters and stuff. But
Yeah.
so next week we're introducing the biofuel fireplace. This new heating option allows players to warm their bases with a larger, more advanced fireplace that runs on biofuel. It offers improved performance over earlier models and adds a modern touch to your interior setups. So yeah, don't build it in a thatch base. It's gonna look very out of place, or in a wooden one. But
Yeah.
once you get to like the fancy materials, concrete, go for a biofuel one. Now, better performance or improved performance, I reckon this is faster cooking.
Maybe.
Maybe provide a bit more heat than the normal fireplaces. But it's looking fancy.
Yeah, it looks fancy.
Little
It's like you said,
screen
more
and
modernistic. So, but I mean, it's like, it again, it's going to be resources that need. I mean, we don't really use the fireplace at all for cooking. I mean, when last did you use it for cooking? So realistically,
early
it's
game campfire fireplace.
yeah, true. But that thing is not really early game. But yeah, it is.
Well,
Yeah,
it's biofuel, so it's expected to be in tier 3. You do have the tier 3 stove as well in the kitchen benches, true.
yeah.
So would you cook on this one? Meh, maybe. Yeah, nice controls. I like it. Now your support makes these updates possible. Uh, if you wanna like really support the team, go for the dynamic bundle. Complete the set, which like includes everything. Basically looks at what you don't have yet and everything you don't have yet put it together in one bundle for you. Or go for smaller bundles like the patch bundle, or go for outposts. Good way to support the team. Now it comes to the changelog, new content, armor stand. That's the new content. Couple of
Pretty
fixes.
much.
Added outline for the delivery ship map icon, like we saw with the health bars last week. Yellow health bars with a red line around it. Makes it much better visible. I reckon they kind of do the same with the delivery ship map icons. Add a scroll box to other world bosses. Changed sandworm text error in data table. So I reckon this is the field guide bestiary. And the fix on-off material on rustic lamp, as mentioned above, they fixed the rustic lamp. You can now properly turn it on and off. Now we get to our favorite part, future
Future
content.
content. Yep.
So one thing I've noticed in here is a lot of work being done on the
Ape.
ape missions.
Mhm.
So looks like they're finalizing the ice mammoth missions and now
Yep.
reworking the ape missions.
Mhm.
So
And
let's see what
let's see here.
interesting
Yeah.
stuff we can see.
True, as you mentioned, lots of ape mentioning. So, like you said, they're probably finishing up the ape missions. I would imagine team internally wise, they did focus points on mammoth and then ape and then perhaps slug or perhaps world or perhaps generic tuning and fixing. So it should be getting closer and closer to release day, but obviously we'll have to wait for them to announce when they believe or when they will plan on releasing.
Yep.
So still don't know.
So mentioning of
Um,
the agave with growth stages and 3 wild variants. So
mhm,
there's one which we can actually gonna find in the wild as well.
uh-huh. So I mean, I'm not too interested in the quest bits and
See,
pieces,
there's
but
new NPC dialogue lines. So yeah,
okay. So adding baseline
NPCs.
mission currency rewards. Mission is 200 Rand. Optionals being 200 Rand plus 200 exotics, and final being 500 Rand and 300 exotics. So pretty much.
I'm missing uh, 100 Ren and 100 exotics.
Mm.
If you say mission plus optional is final,
No, no. It says optional equals 200
yeah.
plus 200. Final equals 500 plus 300.
So
So,
that would be a total of 900 Ren and 500 exotics then. Sure.
possibly, yeah, true. If it's an optional part of it, yeah, mathematically speaking. But oh,
But
mission, yeah. Oh, true,
yeah,
true, true, true. Math doesn't add up there. Fair point. I didn't even think about that. I thought it was just in general there were other missions which they were starting to add certain things to it. But the fact that
well,
you're able to add optional things for more
well we have
rewards,
seen
yeah.
this at the abyssal oxide,
Hmm.
where we had this optional mission, this optional quest step. Uh, wasn't that the one where you had to grab like stuff from the desert and from the Arctic to safely carry the oxide around or something?
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah. Uh,
This netted us a couple hundred extra exotics at that point. If you finish
oh,
the optional quest step, it in this one case spawned in a cabinet with a lot of exotics in.
oh, nice. True,
So
true, true.
that was the
But this is on the
optional.
base reward kind of stuff as well. So it's like a optional trigger which gives you
Uh,
more resources because you've gone above and beyond
yeah,
the required thing. So you get a bonus, so to say.
yeah.
So yeah, makes sense.
And at least it's a proper reward. It's not like, okay, here's 50 Rand and 10 exotics.
Exactly, yeah. It's a decent chunk. So it would definitely be something you would want to accomplish.
Yep,
Let's see, pretty much lots of mission things
a
still.
lot of Greyhound stuff.
Mm, uh,
Delaying the Big Bang after feeding
yeah,
the ape.
yep.
Adding
Um,
stasis bag, pickup audio. Oh, stasis bag. We will be seeing stasis bag in one of the null sector side quests. Stasis
ooh,
bag.
interesting on this one. Adding a missing file for banana seed recipes. That's an interesting one. This is the first time I've also seen mentioning of bananas. But to be honest, there is an ape mission. Apes eat bananas. You know, therefore
Yeah, but
bananas are also something that could be introduced. And adding banana seeds into the workshop seed pack item. So definitely adding and banana farming implementation,
first growth
banana
stage.
workshop packs. Yeah, exactly. So bananas are also coming in.
Yeah.
Um,
Adding iron setup for burlap sack, plastic
mhm.
crates, saddlebags, generic containers. These are 4 new storage options.
Does sound interesting.
Saddlebags, will this like
Yes,
if
yeah,
you hang it
increases
on
the
the
slots.
saddle
Yeah.
of your mower, will it then like
Hmm.
increase the amount of slots?
I would imagine so. Yep, that
Hmm,
makes sense. So you
interesting.
don't need to spend selling points for it, but even if you did, you would have even more. So it makes sense.
True, you
More
always
leaning
want
on
more.
always, you know how it is.
Yeah, plastic
Um,
crates.
and makes you
Yeah,
think about the
epoxy.
NX crates, like type of thing
They're more
from the
metalish.
workshop. Yeah.
I'm more thinking of the big biofuel containers and water containers, for which you
Oh,
need a lot of,
okay.
I believe, epoxy to make.
Okay. And they're doing a Great
Uh,
Hunt main button now is grayed out, if not on a prospect that allows Great Hunts, because they don't have the DLC, for example. So that was maybe selectable, and then obviously said, okay, well, you know, don't show something clickable if it's not going to be clickable. So yeah, just making sure that it's still, you know, locked behind the actual starting
yeah,
of things is
so
obviously restricted.
there will be
So
the free content, which is gonna be
yes.
like the Black Wolf, the Sandworm, and the Scorpion. And it's gonna be paid DLC, which I reckon will include like things like the Quarite and the Ice Mammoth and such. But yeah, did you know, by the way, Olympus doesn't have scorpions, the big scorpions.
Yeah, didn't they have? Yeah, I mean, didn't wasn't there the Arctic Scorp? No, no, that was what? When
No, the Scorpion
didn't they have
King.
the Arctic? I know the
No,
Scorpion King. They didn't have the big scorpions in the ice in the Arctic
the Arctic
there
Scorpions
by.
maybe, but I was
I think
looking.
they had Arctic scorpions.
So I got my Show World Boss attachment on my armor last
Mm,
night in Olympus. So I checked the map. It showed me 3 Black Wolves, 3 Sandworms. Did not show any Scorpion Kings.
okay.
So
Could have been a bug, or you know, who knows? I mean, it's I don't know.
yeah. Anyway, so there's also the Hammerhead World Boss, right, which is Prometheus,
Yeah.
and the Lava Hunter
Hmm.
Prometheus. If you don't have the DLC, you might not be able to start the Great Hunt for those guys.
Mm, all
Even
right.
so, now I wonder if you join someone else's open world on Prometheus,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have the DLC. Can you still not start the Great Hunt for those guys?
Parts. No, it said it was on a prospect, so we'll have to see. It might be interesting.
True.
But
If not on Prospect, it allows for Great Hunts, and
for
then
example, that was the
Great.
thing. So it might be just on Prospect, especially on server level. So maybe it'll just be enabled because you hosted it and it's on yours, which is compatible because you have the DLC, and therefore it's not something that ever gets, you know, it's like a flag on the prospect. So it's like, oh yeah, nope, this one is allowed. So pretty much don't block anything, just make it visible and selectable. So, but if you came to my one that I hosted, if I didn't buy the expansion, then it's grayed out because even though you have it, the prospect isn't enabled
Yeah.
for it because it's on my sort of characteristics. Until maybe I do buy it and then it does unlocked, or whether or not I would then need to upgrade or create a new prospect or something. It would
Good
be interesting to
question,
maybe play
actually.
around that because it would need to recheck it
Ah.
on load to make sure that it is in the store. It would make sense that they have that because or else there would be a bug.
If you have
But
to like start a new open world for the flag to be set, I don't think they're
nah,
gonna do it that way, because that
no,
would
no,
mean
no.
everyone who wants to do Great Hunts will have to start a new open world.
Well, remember I told you about the whole legacy thing? About having so many things and legacy content and stuff to sort of, you know, fix and code because the items have multiple stages and states, and there's, you know, constantly going back to debug and troubleshoot and fix old items because people have prospects that were built in the Stone Age,
True.
then, you know, this might be a step towards forcing people to be like, hey, it's time that you guys start over, you know, and but
Yeah.
yeah, I know people wouldn't be happy, but like I
No.
said, we'll get there later on. I see
I
that they
do
added the
think
beast.
I'm gonna wanna be able to start Great Hunts from one of my current open worlds.
Yeah, well, like I said, we'll see, but I mean, I expect them to just flag it enabled and then carry on, so I don't expect anything. But eventually, I would say it's not a bad idea. Probably on the new planet to be like, oh, the new map has a new thing, so obviously you have to carry on from there. But moving on, they added a bestiary lore entries for a snow visit. So that means we're definitely going to have we have the red boy, we have the green, you know, boy, and then we're going to have the white or blue visit.
Wasn't
So
this one
well,
mentioned last week in future content already as well?
I couldn't recall. I mean, I don't
When they
think
were talking
recalling the visit
about,
one.
yeah, yes, they were talking about the
Oh,
snow visits or Arctic
so oh,
visits.
good,
Yeah.
good, good, good. But let's say that again over here, so that's good.
Uh,
Um,
Yes, in look at controls. Removed dead prospectors from outside the ape arena. They got
yeah,
eaten.
yeah,
Pistol turret texture variant. Uh, Adding cries for help during the Ice
yeah,
Mammoth first mission from NPC near the slugs. Aha.
yeah, yeah.
So
And
you're
it
gonna have
seems
to go
like
in there and kill the slugs and rescue the NPC?
yeah,
Cool.
yeah. And then there's enemy turrets now consume less power. So I think there is like missions that will probably be sort of trying to sort of get into a lab or a base of some sort, obviously where experiments were taking place, and those might, by the looks of it, have defense turrets equipped and stationed at them, which would be set hostile or something because of a
Yep.
breach, and you would need to either shoot them down or maneuver past them and probably be able to pick them up. Or maybe special turrets, you know, that would be pretty cool. It's like,
Yeah.
don't destroy them, just run like a madman and pray that you're going to survive in order to pick up maybe a unique looking turret, for example. That would be
Well,
pretty
enemy
cool.
turrets now use new texture and can no longer
Yeah.
be picked up or
Ah,
interacted
darn
with
it.
in shipping
Dang it.
builds.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay, fine. Just destroy my dreams and hopes. Okay.
Okay, you're welcome.
Mm.
Okay.
Um,
Ammo.
so destroyed ape
Use.
spawners will now clear up after a minimum time of 60 seconds when all players are at least 100 meters away. So if you can't destroy the ape spawners, you need to move more than 100 meters away and sort of maybe give it time to despawn
They
by
will
the
now
looks of
clean
it.
up, but only after being destroyed.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
Only the
Well, it says
destroyed
destroyed.
ape
Yeah.
spawners will
Yeah,
now
yeah,
clean
yeah,
up.
exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So,
Faction mission spawners can no longer spawn NPCs if they're marked as destroyed. There are your factions where you've been asking for a long time.
so good.
Factions.
The factions. Oh yeah,
Faction
added a
mission
few times.
spawners can no longer spawn NPCs if they are marked as destroyed.
Okay, interesting. So, I'm assuming there's a mission which has sort of people coming in to assist. I have no idea how that's going to work.
No idea.
Added a tier 3 fish tank variant without the base so it can be placed on tables.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So the biofuel variant, smaller.
Uh, uh, uh. Hostile mission turrets now correctly use AI relationship systems instead of only targeting player plus mounts. So yeah, they're supposed to also shoot, you know, I think creatures as well. So makes sense.
Let's see, where is it on exactly then?
Says a little bit above the added T3 fish tank variant
Oh,
without
above.
base.
Okay. Oh, yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
see, I see.
so
Instead of only targeting player characters and mines, so Next player
exactly,
character
yeah.
mine's now only they're now also gonna start shooting
Exactly, shooting,
some
and as I would expect, because
animals.
it's like, oh yeah, the base was breached and destroyed, so turrets set to kill anything that moves. So I'm assuming part of that would be, dead prospectors that were trying to escape and then got gunned down by their own turrets. The typical cliche about
Skynet.
dystopian-based,
Yep.
research kind of labs which got overrun, and then the corpo is saying, anything that breathes, kill it. We need to protect our bottom lines and our shareholder investors, and bad press is, you know, going to cost more than a few dead bodies. So yeah, just had at him.
Basically Skynet, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. It's. I mean, look at how Soul has warned us about this, you know, bucket of bolts that's telling us where to go and what to do. I
True.
also don't like it. I mean, but yeah. Uh,
Adding generic injured and healed NPC zookeep lines in to help with new section of Ape Mission 1.
uh,
Okay. So we're gonna
another.
have some
Yeah.
NPCs still alive there, tending to the
Yeah.
apes.
Yeah. I think so. Because as I said, the spawner, so there'll be
Huh?
some, NPCs of some sort maybe doing stuff. And there's taunting, like, maybe the NPCs are like, taunting them and trying to, there's like, I mean, people are evil, but
Yeah.
regardless. I also see that they updated the sand armor textures and materials again, so there's more work on that sand
Yep.
armor that we were reading about last week.
Correcting the
So
way the AI said "wow" in an Ice Mammoth mission, so it didn't sound too weird. Okay.
yeah. So they're adding new objectives: heal scientists, deal with hyenas, and collect biochips. So obviously, there'll be apparently a lot of
Dealing with
objectives either and some.
hyenas.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
here I was thinking apes were a swamp, where hyenas is a desert slash volcanic.
Desert. Yeah. I mean, yet again, it could be like obviously a part in the
However,
mission where there is where they had like a zoo and obviously the hyenas escaped, so there's hyenas eating people. So go deal with the hyenas. It's not biome specific. It's just, oh
I
yeah, they've escaped the enclosure, so you need to
I
go
believe
find
there
them.
is a line here which states something related to the apes and desert as well as swamp, or volcanic as well as
Nice.
swamp. But I've only skimmed through these early mornings, so
Adding sled and bear trap item setups.
cool. Bear traps.
Yeah, bear
Well,
traps is interesting, but sled. Now, yet again, that sort of got me
Arctic.
thinking. It'd be pretty cool if you could take, the wolves and attach them to a sled and then actually have them sort of pull you along, kind of stuff. I mean, for the Arctic stuff, that would be pretty sweet, if you ask me. Just
Oh
saying.
yeah.
But yeah. And Golem Gauntlet projectiles no longer bounce. Yet again, more legendary type of weapons, tweaking and
Exotic
functionality and
charge.
balancing. Yeah.
Uh,
Woven rugs, meshes being played around with. Obviously, we mentioned that there was going to be, some sort of fabric uh,
uh,
tailoring type of
yeah.
sewing bench at some
Spinning
point.
bench
So
or
there's obviously,
something.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly, yeah. So clay and stone brick fireplace deployables are being sort of
Have we mentioned
pending
last week
from,
or the week
yeah.
before? I thought.
Could be, yeah. Well, like I said, it's more things.
Oh, we're gonna get
And
Scoria brick sign
and
items.
yeah, as well as the stone. Now, obviously, we've got the stone last week, I think. So
Yeah.
I haven't seen them actually yet. So
Oh, concrete
I think.
door.
Oh, nice. More heavier. That sounds pretty good.
Okay.
Uh, and fixed
Let's see.
Bilab weapons buy buttons only work in space, are not the OEI on the planet. So
Oh
Bilab
yeah, I do want to be
weapons.
able to stay planet side and still get my bio lab weapons.
Yeah. And mm, fix an issue where where a laser wasn't actually dealing damage to spawner. So it does sound like you need to place beacons of some sort to probably maybe destroy certain spawners. Because we saw obviously with the laser that should have destroyed or
It should have been
eviscerated
visible.
the.
Yeah.
Yeah, should have been visible. So there could be more like space laser based gameplay ahead, but we definitely want them to fix the visual glitch
Yep.
that makes it visible. I know that I
Yeah.
mentioned to you I'm going to be buying, or I bought the AMD graphics card, the
Yeah.
9070 XT, so I should be able to, but realistically I'll still turn shaders low because for some reason you can see what's going on in the Ashlands when there's a storm and I can't see jack diddly squats. So
Yeah. I have my
yeah,
shadows set to low.
I used to have mine, I'm pretty sure, but yeah, I can't. I need to
Do
double check
check
some
it.
of
It
those things.
also allows me to see in case.
Yeah, no, I have that already. But yeah, I
Content-wise, it's
mean, like I
better.
said, no, I know, but
Um,
it's like yeah, I don't know.
then storm the particles. Yeah, then I'd have
Yeah,
to.
that's fine.
I can check some settings when we go to
No,
the
no,
gameplay, but
exactly, that's fine.
yeah, these were basically the uh, patch notes for this week.
Indeed,
So
summary
TLDR, we have an
basically.
armor stand,
Yeah,
which we can use.
true. And more work is being
And
done, obviously,
and
in the
there's
background.
something that has not been mentioned in this year patch notes. It
Oh
looks
yeah.
like they finally fixed the Genesis mission. The one where you kill hyenas, grab eggs, incubate eggs, and then escort Dribbo. Looks like they, like experimental branch had a fix for it, and usually it carries over to production. So there is hope for the Genesis operation. I'll probably test it out somewhere this week in my solo open worlds. I'll quickly revisit my sticks and I'll try the Genesis one again. But for now, these were the patch notes.
Hmm.
So, what, 10, 12 minutes and then back for gameplay?
Sounds good to me. I'm currently, you know, going through a couple of shadow settings, but yep, sounds good.
Okay. Well, these were the patch notes for this week. I hope you folks enjoyed watching us go through them. We do this every Friday. If you did enjoy watching us going through them and want to get notified next time I stream, feel free to hit that follow button. Or if you watch this on YouTube and you want to get notified next time I upload something, feel free to hit the subscribe button. Like would be appreciated as well. Other than that, thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. I hope you had a good time, and I hope I will see you folks around.